Hey everybody, we're out and about in the world today, and it was a little windier than I anticipated, and the audio came out all windy sounding, and you couldn't hear me half the time, and I didn't want to reshoot it, so I'm just recording on top of it. This is me jabbering along as usual. What I'm talking about is recall. It seemed to be a common problem in our bitch and brag thread last week, so we're going to work on recall today. I have Django with me, who is past the long line stage, and I'll talk about long line here in a minute. And I have Wendy, my trusty sidekick. Wendy serves two purposes. For me, one, Django is the Velcroiest of Velcro dogs. Like, he never goes away from me. So Wendy kind of entices him to go away from me so that we can work on recall. And then two, when she comes, he'll follow. So if you have a friend, if you have another dog, or if you have a friend that has a dog and your puppy and that dog are friends, definitely get the other dog involved, because like I said, when one comes, the other generally will follow. And so that gives you more successes to reward. Now, my recall sound is just a whistle. It sounds like... So every time you see Django coming, when I whistle, there they come. Now, Django doesn't really get it quite yet. Wendy came, and Django's coming. So I'm saying, good boy, come on, good boy, and giving him lots of praise as he's coming towards me to tell him, yes, that's what I want you to do. Yes, good job. And then when he gets to me, he gets a treat, of course. And then this time, Wendy didn't really do much good in the getting him to go away from me department, because he did it all by himself. So it was awesome. So see, I've whistled him back again with a... And the first few times I was also saying his name to get his attention. So it was like, Django. And then as he came towards me, it was lots of, good boy, good job, yay. And then he gets a treat. And that just teaches him that, no, you're not in trouble. You don't have to come over here because whatever you're doing isn't fun. You just have to come over here because I'm where the good stuff is. The good stuff is here with me. Here's all my treats. And they figured out pretty quickly, sorry for the spinning here, that I had my hand in the treat bag, and they would not go away to practice recall. So there goes Django wandering off again. And then I whistled, and here he comes. Good boy, yay. And here he comes. Take this minute to explain about the long line. When you first start teaching your puppy recall, you want to get a super long leash. And hold on, I have to... Django kept going to this little sliver of shade. Like, that's just, he wanted to lay down in the shade. But that's okay, because that's what he wanted to do. But I wanted him to come to me. And so that ended up working out really well for recall training. So here he comes again. Yay, good boy. And then he wanders off again. Anyway, long line. When you're first starting out with recall training with your puppy, you get a long line, which is like a 20-foot leash, 10, 20-foot leash, and you work in increasing distances. Like, say the best your puppy can do is when he is like 2 feet away from you, and you say his name, or you do your whistle, or whatever it is that you do. He comes every time, great, at 2 feet. So then you try to back up 4 feet. And if that works every time, then you work on 4 feet. And then you increase it to 5 feet, 6 feet, 10 feet, 15 feet, 20 feet, all while on the leash. And you do it in different places, like in your house, in your backyard, out and about, at the park, when they can go to the park. And so that way they know, because dogs don't generalize that well. They may not understand that recall in the house is the same as recall at the park. So you do it in lots of different places. And then once you get to the point where they're going to the end of that 20-foot leash and they're coming back to you every single time, then you can take them, like I usually work in a secure area, like a fenced-in dog park, or a baseball diamond is a good place if you can't take them to the dog park yet. Somewhere fenced in, that way if they get in a wandering mood, they can't go anywhere. You're not going to lose your dog, because we don't want that to happen at all. But you do have to let them off the leash to give them a chance to mess up, so that they have a chance to get it right as well. Django is past that. We are now in a very big open area where there's no fence. And you can see that he's doing a really good job. Every time I whistle, here he comes. And Wendy comes too, just because, she's used to it. Wendy has really good recall. And so I kind of lost my train of thought, because watching myself go in circles. But that's how you train recall, and you do it in more and more and more distracting environments. Right now at this golf course is where we're at in my little town. Nobody's here. Nobody's here. There's nothing going on. There's just that little sliver of shade that he wants, and that's all he's up to. So it's not a high distracting environment. And then later on, as he gets better, and this is, he's showing me he does a really good job. I'm showing you that it's a really open place. He's showing me that he can do a really good job when he's out in the wild in a not enclosed area at coming to him when I call him. Now, for what to use as a command for recall, you can do whatever you want. I whistle like that, just because it's always on me. It's always ready. You can use like an actual whistle, like a plastic whistle or a gym teacher whistle thing. You can use a dog whistle. You can say come. You can say banana. You can scream at the top of your lungs. You can do whatever you want, as long as it's not just their name. Now, to start with, you would want to say their name. To start with this, I would say Django, and he would come, and then eventually I fade out his name until I'm just whistling. And when he comes to me, that's him learning, that just the whistle is his recall. Oh, that's funny. I matched up just right with the video. But anyway, that's how we trained recall today. It seems like that's something that a lot of people in the sub are working with. It is totally normal for your puppy to hit around about puberty, 6 months, and suddenly not have any recall. Totally normal. So what you do then is you just back up, say if it's not working so great out in the open like Django is right now, then you would back up to the long line and start all over again from there.